Hi, this is Kashmanisa Bagewari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about AWS weekly release for the week of 23rd November 2020. So let's start. AWS pricing calculator now supports Amazon DynamoDB. You can now use a SQL compatible query language to query, insert, update and delete table in Amazon DynamoDB. You can now restore Amazon DynamoDB tables even faster when recovering from data loss or corruption. Now you can use Amazon Kinesis data stream to capture item level changes in your Amazon DynamoDB tables. Amazon EC2 auto scaling now supports attaching multiple network interfaces at launch. Amazon EC2 Fleet and Spot Fleet now integrate with Amazon Event Bridge for easier operations and monitoring. AWS System Manager now supports Amazon Virtual Private Cloud VPC endpoint policies. AWS License Manager allows enforcing licensing rules with shared AMIs across multiple AWS accounts. AWS Secret Manager now supports 5,000 requests per second for the Get Secret Value API operation. AWS Security Hub integrates with AWS organizations for simplified security posture management. AWS Code Artifact now supports Nuggets. Amazon Airflow expands integration with ServiceNow. AWS Single Sign-On enables administrators to require users to set up MFA devices during sign-in. AWS Single Sign-On enables attribute-based access control for workforce users to simplify permissions in AWS. Amazon ECS Cluster Auto-Scaling now offers more responsive scaling. Amazon ECS adds support for P4D instance types. Amazon RDS Performance Insights supports additional dimensions to segment performance data on Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL, MySQL, Amazon Aurora with PostgreSQL compatibility, Amazon Aurora with MySQL compatibility, and Amazon RDS for MariaDB. Amazon RDS for SQL Server now supports the Business Intelligence Suite on SQL Server 2019. Amazon RDS for Oracle now supports October 2020 Oracle Patch Set Update PSU and Release Updates RU and allows setting database system events. AWS Database Migration Service now supports Aurora PostgreSQL Serverless as a target. AWS Lambda now supports batch windows of up to 5 minutes for functions with Amazon SQS as an event source. AWS Lambda now supports Advanced Vector Extension 2, announcing code signing, trust and integrity control for AWS Lambda. Amazon Elasticsearch Service introduces Pipe Processing Language (PPL). Amazon Elasticsearch Service now supports anomaly detection for high cardinality dataset. Amazon Elasticsearch Service announces support for remote reindex. Amazon Elasticsearch Service revamped Kibana security user interface while integrating with other features. Amazon Elasticsearch Service adds Gantt chart for visualizing events, steps, and tasks. Amazon Elasticsearch Service announces support for Elasticsearch version 7.9. Amazon CloudWatch Synthetic now supports Canary script in Python with Selenium framework. Amazon CloudWatch Application Insights add automatic application discovery. Amazon CloudWatch Synthetic launches enhancement for API monitoring. Amazon Transcribe Medical adds streaming transcription support for medical specialties like cardiology, oncology, neurology, radiology, and urology. Amazon Transcribe now supports Brazilian, Portuguese, Japanese, and Korean and 3 corresponding AWS regions for streaming transcription. Amazon Translate now adds support for 16 more languages and variants. Amazon Translate announces the general availability of Active Custom Translate (ACT). Amazon Event Bridge adds server-side encryption and increased default quotas. Encrypt your data in AWS IoT Sitewise with your own encryption key. AWS Toolkit for JetBrains IDE announces new features for SQS and CloudWatch Log Insight. AWS App2 container now supports authenticated Windows application deployments to EKS and custom AWS profiles. Amazon Lex adds language support for German and Latin American Spanish. Third-party software built for Amazon S3 is now available in the Amazon S3 Management Console powered by AWS Marketplace. Announcing modules for AWS CloudFormation. Introducing Amazon Pinpoint Preference Center. Introducing location-based notifications using Amazon Pinpoint. Introducing Amazon Managed Workflows for Apache Airflow. AWS Marketplace launches self-service tools for sellers to update their AMI products. AWS Copilot CLI is now generally available. Amazon MSK now offers consumer-like metrics and select topic-level metrics for free. Amazon Connect Chat now supports interactive messages. AWS announces the launch of Amazon Complaint Events. AWS Step Functions now supports synchronous express workflow. AWS Config now supports organization-wide resource data aggregation in a delegated administrator account. AWS Glue now supports workload partitioning to further improve the reliability of Spark application. Manage backup retention for AWS Cloud SSM. Amazon Neptune released Graph Notebook as an open source project. Amazon FSx for Lustre now enables you to grow storage on your file system with the click of a button. AWS Storage Gateway now supports IBM Spectrum Protect 8.1.10 on tape gateway. AWS Storage Gateway achieves FedRAMP compliance. Amazon CloudWatch Container Insights now available in AWS GovCloud US region. Amazon Document DB is now available in AWS China Ningxia region operated by NWCD. Amazon SageMaker Studio is now expanded to AWS region worldwide. AWS Snowball is now available in Africa, Cape Town region. AWS Client VPN adds supports in additional regions. Amazon Poly Entity S Vices now available in AWS GovCloud US West region. Amazon Simple Email Service is now available in the Middle East Bahrain region. Amazon Cognito is now available in the South America, Sao Paulo and US West Northern California regions. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye.